welcome back to another video. This is my March monthly setup video, and the theme for this month is floral anatomy. So this is a theme that I have done before, and I really liked it, and I wanted to revisit it because the first time I did it, which was in my December 2021 monthly setup, which that video will be linked below if you want to check it out. I really liked it, and I found all these different designs that I was really excited to do, but I couldn't fit in because my journal was small and there wasn't a lot of space to do a lot of things with. But I thought it was so cool, and I really wanted to do it again, and so I have, and I've chosen different photos. It's not the same photos, but it's the same theme. And I think this one turned out so cool. And it's even better than the one I did before in December 2021. Oh my gosh, I thought that one was cool. This one is so much cooler. So here we've got the cover page, and at the bottom I have my calendar and my notes section. So I've shifted my pages so that I'm able to have my layout start and on the same page going across instead of it being split up like it has been for the January and February videos. And also for March, I have changed up the layout. I've mixed up a few things to try to get the layout better and be more cohesive and different things like that. So I've got my standard cover with the calendar and my notes section, and then on my task tracker side, I've got, I've pulled some other stuff to this page that was on a different page. I've moved things around. So we've got this cool photo for the task tracker, which is this rib cage, and there's flowers coming out of it. And so I'm gonna break the rib cage up into pieces and number them, and that's what the tracker will be. Oh, it's so cool, it's so cool. And then up on next to the task tracker, I've got my novel revision tracker, I've got my work schedule tracker, and then I pulled my goals tabs that's usually on my goals and review page. I've pulled it forward and put it on this page here because it's kind of something that I would fill out at the beginning of the month generally, and now it's all together with the other tasks and calendar checklist type things. It's all together in these two pages. So I've split up my goals and review page in the hopes that that'll give me some extra space to play around with, and it did. I still have everything in here that I've had before, and don't mind my cat, he keeps running through the video every now and again. That's Franklin. Just ignore him. My whole head is in there. My whole head, wow. I had taken a shower and then I had done this, and so my hair was wet and it was wrapped up in a towel. But anyways, so just like in December 2021, that was also my first time doing a monochromatic. Oh, look at that. Look at how the brain and the heart and the flowers and the reds and oh my gosh. Sorry. It just looked so cool and it turned out so well. But that was my December 2021 when I first did the floral anatomy theme. Was also my first time, I believe, doing the monochromatic color scheme for my trackers, and so I wanted to do that again, except I didn't want the colors to be super, because I've done the monochromatic a couple of times over the past several months. And a trap that I keep falling into is that sometimes, especially after February with all the pinks, something that happens is that I cannot tell which marker is which color, and sometimes it's hard to tell the colors apart from each other. So I was I wanted to stick to the kind of monochromatic adjacent, so it's color family. So I've got the reds and oranges together, and then blues and teals colors, green tealy colors, and then here I've got blues and purples for my mood tracker, which is this really cool DNA tree with flowers on it, and I split up the little pieces in the middle. I just blanked on what those are called. You know, the protein. I'm gonna stop speaking because I'm gonna say something and it's gonna be like completely incorrect. But yeah, and I've got my habit tracker. I shortened the title to fit it all in there. So my self-care and habit tracker, it's just gonna be titled habit tracker. I've got that over there. I've got my mood key and everything, and then in the bottom of my gratitude tracker, which it's now been split up from the reflection log, I have my favorite audio. So I pulled forward what I did in November, my November theme in 2022, where I did like my favorite audio each day, which I really enjoyed doing that. So I incorporated it again, and I have it under my gratitude log. And so every day, like whatever like song or podcast or just anything I listened to that I really enjoyed that day, I write it in there, just whichever was my favorite. And then under my reflection log, I have my favorite of the week chart, which was something else that I kind of did off and on over the past few years. I wasn't consistent with doing it every month, but especially as like I would play around with layouts and spacing and different things like that. But I wanted to bring it back and do it again, just to see if I like doing it this month. But yes, and now that's under my reflection log. And at first, when I decided to do these two different charts and have them under my gratitude and reflection log, I was kind of bummed out because I was like, that was my doodle space, like, and now I don't have that doodle space. But breaking up the goals and review page has put up all of this giant space where I can doodle, or I can rearrange and play with my layout if my like task tracker is bigger or whatever. But here's the final layout, and look how cool it is. But now, switching around the layout of things, I've got that big space on my last page, and I can move things around and shift them around depending on how I want to do the layout, and I'll have that extra space to play with, and I can still do doodles as well, which is something I really enjoy doing, having my little doodles to decorate and stuff. So, but I really like the layout of how this turned out. Like, it's so great, and nothing feels like crammed or squished together or anything. And you know, I love me a watercolor marker. Oh, it just looks so cool. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed all these photos. So here's photos of like what it looks like filled out. You've got the mood tracker and my little designs with the energy tracker on the inside. But I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed doing this. Thank you for watching.